Okay, so 8 and 9 ask for the relative molecular mass. Now, all you need to do in this case is you can assume that the relative atomic mass, well, the relative atomic masses are the masses reported on the periodic table. So if you want to calculate the relative molecular mass, it's simply just the sum of all the relative atomic masses of all the atoms present. You definitely need the periodic table to do this. Well, either that or you memorize all of the relative atomic masses already, which I don't expect you to. So relative molecular mass of hydrogen perchlorate. So you have one atom of hydrogen, which means that I'm gonna add one AR or relative atomic mass of hydrogen plus one relative atomic mass of oxygen and one relative atomic mass of chlorine. Okay, so check these values on your periodic table. You should get 1 plus 16 plus 35.5, which is, let's just assume I can't do maths and use the calculator. You get 52.5 as the answer. So that's part A. Now, with the next part, ooh, that's something. That's a bit better. Part B, we have ammonium sulfate. So I'm going to do the same thing. The relative molecular mass. Once again, I do apologize for the inconsistency in symbols. I will be more consistent later. Now, you can either get 2 of nitrogen and then 8 of hydrogen, or you just get NH4 and then double it. I'm going to go with the former. So I'm going to go 2 times the relative mass of nitrogen plus 8 times the relative mass of hydrogen plus the relative mass of sulfur and 4 times the relative mass of oxygen. Okay, now nitrogen is 14, so we have 2 times 14, 8 times 1 times 32. Actually, it might have been 32.1. Okay, let's see. You probably want to have a data book at this stage. It is 32.1. And oxygen is 16H plus 4 times 16. Very straightforward, I think. Just be careful with checking to make sure that you actually find the correct mass that matches the correct atom. You think people don't do this, but it's actually such a common mistake. People just read the wrong mass, or they use, I think I made this mistake actually when I was in year 11. I used the atomic number instead of the mass for one question. I still remember. It's so terrible. Anyway, just to show you, we all make stupid mistake. Now for the third one, I'm going to do the same thing that I did for part B, which is I'm going to double this. So I need 2 nitrogen and 4 hydrogen and 1 carbon. And I hate when this happens, but all right. 1 oxygen. So we have 2 times 14 plus 4 plus 12 and 16, which is, I don't know, what does that look like? Oh, okay. 60? Yep, just there the answer question and the answer will come out. No, I'm off by 10, obviously. Not on my game today. 70. Let's write it here because we run out of room already. This is why we use a calculator, because I was not thinking. Hydrogen peroxide, last one, RMM. So you have 2 of the relative atomic mass of hydrogen, followed by 2 of the relative atomic mass of oxygen. So you have 2 times 1 plus 2 times 16, which is, let's hope my math is better this time, 34. And that's it for question 8.